Imagine this, the greatest podcast episode the world has never heard. Yet, the two football goats, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, finally sitting down for a conversation. For years, fans have dreamed of the day these two legends would come face to face, not as rivals on the pitch, but as equals behind the mic. What would they talk about? Their intense matches, their personal struggles, or the legacy they've both built? Picture it: Messi, the quiet genius, and Ronaldo, the charismatic leader. The stage is set for an unforgettable conversation, reflecting on their rivalry. It all starts with the rivalry. What would they say about the years they competed, not just for titles, but for the title of the greatest? Would Messi talk about how their rivalry pushed him to be better? Would Ronaldo admit that without Messi, he wouldn't have trained as hard? This rivalry wasn't just about goals and trophies. It was about two athletes redefining football itself. And yet, despite the intense competition, there was always a sense of respect. On the podcast, they'd probably laugh about those Ballon d'Or ceremonies. Remember those moments where it seemed like only they existed in the room? Their greatest moments. Imagine them swapping stories about their greatest moments. Messi's 91-goal year. Ronaldo's unforgettable bicycle kick against Juventus. What was going through their minds during those iconic moments? Would Messi reveal how he stays so calm under pressure? Would Ronaldo talk about the feeling of scoring those clutch goals in the biggest games? These are the moments we've seen 1,000 times, but hearing it from their perspective would be a completely different experience. What did the pressure feel like? Did they know they were creating history in real time? The mental game and handling pressure. It's not all about the highlights, though. Messi and Ronaldo would dive deep into the mental side of the game. How do they handle the immense pressure of being the face of football for over a decade? Every game, every goal, every miss is analyzed by millions. How do they stay focused? What motivates them to keep pushing, year after year? Perhaps Messi would talk about how he keeps a low profile off the pitch, letting his game do the talking. Ronaldo might open up about how he channels criticism into fuel for his success. It's not just talent, it's mental strength. Two different approaches, but both equally powerful. Life beyond football. Beyond football, what's life really like for these icons? Would Ronaldo talk about his strict fitness regime, even in his downtime? Would Messi open up about the importance of family and how it grounds him? And what about life after football? Would they reflect on what comes next? Messi's already moved into a new chapter in Miami, but what about Ronaldo? What does retirement look like for someone who's been the best for so long? Coaching, business ventures, or simply enjoying the fruits of their legendary careers? Legacy and advice for the next generation. Their legacies are already written, but what would they want future generations to take away from their careers? Would they offer advice to the Mbappés and Haalands of the world? Maybe Messi would talk about the importance of humility, of letting your game speak for itself. Ronaldo might emphasize the value of hard work, the drive to always be better. These two have inspired millions, not just with their goals, but with their dedication, their work ethic, and their resilience. It's not just about being a great player, it's about staying great, year after year. What lessons can they pass on to the stars of tomorrow? The end of an era. It's a conversation that could mark the end of an era. Both Messi and Ronaldo are nearing the twilight of their careers. This podcast wouldn't just be about their stories, it would be about closing a chapter in football history. The two players who defined an entire generation of football might talk about how it feels to say goodbye to the sport they've dedicated their lives to. How do they want to be remembered? What do they feel when they look back on all they've achieved? The Messi and Ronaldo podcast is the conversation we've all been waiting for. A meeting of two minds, two legends, and two human beings who've transformed the beautiful game. Will it happen? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, the world will be watching if it does.